The trap was set long before the prey arrived. It simply did not know it was already inside. One creature lowers its guard. Another seizes the chance. That is the whole story, told again and again. Somewhere, a heart is beating too loudly and something has begun to listen. The sky turns from charcoal to blue-grey before the first gold appears. A soft band of light widens across the horizon with every passing minute. Before daylight takes control, darkness still holds the base of every tree. The first brightness catches the tops of distant ridges and leaves the valleys below untouched. The savannah waits beneath the coming sun, cool and watchful. Dawn gathers quietly behind the silhouettes of scattered trees. The plains are still half hidden when the earliest birds begin to call. Morning approaches without haste, transforming the sky before changing the land. The air is clearest just before sunrise, when distance seems almost endless. A faint glow spreads across the plains and gives shape to what the night concealed. Every dawn begins with the same quiet question: what has survived the night? The earliest light creates a world of soft edges and uncertain movement. The rising light slowly uncovers trails, hollows, and resting places across the grass. Under the pale sky, the savannah appears wider than it will later in the day. The first warmth of colour arrives before the first warmth of the sun. Many disputes end when one animal recognizes the imbalance and withdraws. This restraint protects bodies that are too valuable to damage carelessly. Survival favors controlled strength more often than uncontrolled aggression. A damaged foot or leg can turn every ordinary task into a serious challenge. The savannah leaves little room for injuries that limit movement. Heavy animals depend on stable balance more than their appearance might suggest. Each step requires support from bones, joints, muscles, and carefully distributed weight. Loose soil may shift beneath a body designed for power, but not sudden instability. A slower choice can prevent a costly fall. The giants often inspect difficult terrain before committing their full weight. Steep banks can test strength in ways that flat plains never do. Patience becomes another form of physical intelligence. Crossing uneven ground reveals how carefully these animals manage their own mass. Soft mud can be more dangerous than open ground. The strongest sun can place a heavy burden on such a large volume of living tissue. They may follow existing footprints where the soil has already been tested. one careful crossing can guide many bodies safely through the same obstacle. Heat affects giant animals differently because their bodies warm and cool slowly. The herd benefits from the route chosen by the first experienced traveler. Movement becomes a shared problem solved through observation. Finding relief becomes essential before the body reaches its limits. Smoke, dust and cloud provide clues about conditions far beyond the visible route. Birds respond to these signs with changes in height, speed and direction. A sudden turn may reflect an opportunity discovered far below. A rapid descent can bring a bird from the open sky to the grass in seconds. Climbing again requires power, timing, and enough clear space. The sky is not empty space, but a constantly changing field of choices. Every wing beat is shaped by the air surrounding it. Small birds cut through the sky with quick bursts of speed. Larger species use patience and broad movement to cover distance efficiently. Some remain close to the land, while others disappear into the highest visible air. Different heights offer different temperatures, winds, and views. A bird can change its entire strategy simply by moving higher or lower. Across the plains, flight is a continuous conversation between body and atmosphere. Low flight allows close attention to the ground, but leaves little time to avoid obstacles. High flight reveals distant opportunity, but can make a bird more exposed. Skill lies in recognizing that change before conditions become difficult. The safest level changes from one moment to the next. Their eyes search for small disturbances, hidden within grass and shadow. A slight movement below can trigger an immediate shift from circling to pursuit. Raptors watch the savannah from a world of height and silence. Low branches may ignite, sending heat into the canopy. Some trees lose leaves while their protected inner tissues survive. The height and intensity of the flames determine which parts endure. Dry grass carries the flames quickly between the trunks. Fire leaves black scars that remain visible for many seasons. These marks become part of the tree's permanent structure. Others are damaged beyond recovery by repeated burning. New bark may slowly grow around damaged sections. Ash settles on the soil around their roots. Recovery is possible, but it always leaves evidence. Minerals released by burning become available when rain returns. Smoke temporarily hides the trees behind a moving grey curtain. The black surface absorbs heat, creating new challenges before recovery begins. Disturbance tests both individual plants and the wider ecosystem. The savannah is shaped by both gradual stress and instant destruction. Lightning can strike long before the rainy season has fully arrived. Such sudden events contrast with the slow pressure of drought. Yet fresh shoots often appear clearly against this dark ground. Trees that survive become centers of regrowth. The damaged tree may burn, collapse, or continue living around the wound. Their roots stabilize soil exposed by the fire. Their remaining branches provide shade to emerging plants. Even wounded trees help rebuild the landscape around them. A single flash may split a dry trunk from crown to base. Predators use pressure to separate one animal from the protection of the group. The goal is often to control movement rather than simply follow it. Hunters may change course quickly to prevent an escape route from opening. A turning herd can create both opportunity and danger for the hunter. Dust, noise, and sudden movement make it difficult to judge what is happening. In these moments, instinct must work faster than careful thought. The chase can end almost as quickly as it starts. If the first attempt fails, the predator may return immediately to stillness. A failed pursuit does not always mean the opportunity is completely lost. A patient hunter may wait for the same group to make another mistake. Predators often move along the edges of herds rather than approaching directly. This position allows them to test reactions while remaining ready to withdraw. Every glance from the prey helps reveal how much danger has been detected. Too many watching eyes can make a closer approach impossible. When the herd becomes fully alert, waiting may be the only sensible strategy. Time can weaken caution as animals return to feeding or drinking. Position can matter more than speed when the chase begins. The predator uses that return to normal behavior as a sign to begin again. Hunger encourages action, but discipline prevents reckless effort. A strong predator can still starve if it repeatedly chooses poor opportunities. Grazing herds leave behind shorter vegetation that begins growing again when conditions allow. Their departure is as important to the land as their arrival. Rested ground stores the possibility of future feeding beneath old stems and soil. The savannah survives through cycles of use, absence, and return. Grass is the foundation beneath nearly every visible drama on the plains. It feeds the herds, shelters smaller creatures, and carries fire across the dry landscape. Even when standing still, it connects countless lives through food and cover. Insects climb stems, reptiles move between roots, and small mammals travel through narrow tunnels. The open plain seen from above contains shelter at a much smaller scale. Every clump of grass can become shade, concealment, or a temporary refuge. The most exposed landscapes still contain places where tiny lives can disappear. Seeds wait among dry stems until the right combination of water and warmth arrives. Near the soil, a hidden world operates below the height of passing animals. Some remain dormant through long periods that appear completely lifeless. When rain returns, the response can spread across the plains with astonishing speed. Bare ground becomes green before many travelers have time to return. The Savannah's recovery begins from life that was present but unseen. Herbivores often prefer a less productive area if it provides a clearer view. Open ground offers early warning, while dense cover creates uncertainty. Predators influence herbivore behavior even when no hunt is taking place. The safest food is not always the most nutritious. The The possibility of attack shapes where animals feed and how long they remain. Risk changes throughout the day as light, wind, and predator activity shift. A herd may avoid a waterhole after detecting signs left during the night. Fresh scent can keep animals at a distance, even when thirst is strong. Some species rely on explosive speed, while others depend on holding their ground. A rapid turn can be as important as maximum running speed. Hooves strike with enough force to discourage a careless attacker. Yet panic can also create gaps that predators exploit. Horns create a dangerous barrier when adults face outward around the young. Large groups confuse predators by offering too many moving targets. Sudden synchronized movement makes it difficult to isolate one individual. Adults sometimes return toward danger when a calf has been separated. The herd must flee quickly without losing its internal cohesion. Young, old or injured animals face the greatest difficulty maintaining position. Before and after every visible scene, other journeys are already unfolding. Each departure spreads moisture, nutrients and movement back across the plains. Animals leave tracks that guide later visitors toward the same source. The waterhole becomes linked to the wider savanna through these repeated routes. Every drink supports another stage of travel, feeding and survival. Where moisture gathers, life finds a reason to pause, recover and continue. Every refill gives the surrounding ecosystem more time to endure. Water does not remove the hardships of the savanna, but it makes life possible within them. Its value lies not only in abundance, but in timing, location, and reliability. Across changing seasons, the search for water remains one of the great organizing forces of the plains. Across the African savanna, every source of water becomes part of a larger journey that never truly ends. Even the briefest pool can influence decisions made far beyond its visible shoreline. The continued presence of water gives the savanna a place to gather strength before the next season begins. Its influence extends far beyond the wet ground around it. every dry season tests how long that support can continue. The camera captures only one moment within this continuous sequence. The savannah does not become still at sunset. It simply changes the way its life can be seen. As the air cools, animals begin to move with renewed energy across the fading plains. The final hour of daylight offers relief from heat, but less certainty with every passing minute. Herds often use the cooler evening to travel before darkness removes the distant view. Predators become harder to detect as shadows spread outward from every tree and rise. The balance between hunter and prey begins to shift even before the sun disappears. Some animals seek open ground, while others move toward the cover that darkness will soon strengthen. The evening temperature invites movement, but the changing light demands greater caution. Animals that rested through the heat now begin to reclaim the plains. A peaceful herd can become tense as the outlines of the landscape begin to merge. Every step taken at dusk carries both the comfort of cooler air and the risk of reduced visibility. The fading day turns ordinary movement into a scene of scale, silence, and suspense. As evening advances, the savannah reveals shapes that the harsher daylight had flattened. The wilderness often prepares its return in complete silence. The final image may show hardship, but not the potential waiting beneath it. The plains hold more resilience than their surface can reveal. What looks empty may contain the beginning of renewal. The landscape stores possibilities, even during its hardest periods. Nature closes no chapter without preparing another. The final moment belongs to a system always rebuilding itself. Across the savannah, recovery begins long before it becomes visible. Roots wait beneath dry soil for a change in the weather. Seeds hold their future through months of silence. Animals remember places that once provided safety or water. The plains continue to recycle loss into life.